It's July 6th of 2014.
Okay.
I see who's going to eventually become the mother of my two beautiful children.
Wow.
And so when I saw her, dude, I'll never forget. I saw her, I was drinking a strawberry vodka, having fun. I was probably, on an app looking for Domino's pizza. I'm always, anytime I drink, even though New York City has the best Italian food, every time I drink, I always want Pizza Hut and Domino's. I think it's just pain. It's just a cycle of pain. It's like I want to look in the mirror and be like, you fucking suck. You eat that Domino's, bitch.
Oh, yeah,
like something like that.
Like BDSM?
Yeah, it's like a suicidal thing,
Yeah, like Italian BDSM?
Yes. So I see her, and she's like dancing, and it was one of those things where it was like almost like in a movie where I was like I truthfully, I was like, my heart like stopped. Like I was like it's the only time I ever felt that in my life.
Wow.
Where I looked at her and I was like, oh my God, like the beauty was like floored. And again, like I said, I said everything before. I had, we're talking to beautiful women, and Ben, so she was beautiful. Like, there were other girls, but there was something different about her. And I said to my boy, Patty Fly Balls, who he was chewing on a straw. And I said to him,
I do that.
I said to him, I said, dude, look at how beautiful that woman is. And he was like, I know, she's amazing. And I was like,
he agreed.
He agreed. And I was like,
that's nice of him.
I said, that literally is the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I can't even think right now. And he was like, bro, relax.
What'd you do then? You left?
No. So he goes, dude, yeah, she's a smoking hot Puerto Rican chick. Like, I get it. Like, and I said, I got to go up and talk to her. I said, I literally was like inside of me. I was like, if I do not talk to her, like this is going to bother me for the rest of my fucking life. Like I'm never going to forget this woman. So I go up to her and I say, listen, I said, I saw you from across.
Was the music loud? Was it hard to get her attention?
That part I don't remember because I was enamored. Because you know what was amazing about her? She was so beautiful and obviously is so beautiful. But the thing is, what I focus on is she has a chipped tooth. So I was looking at her chipped tooth because I was like, wow. You're like from afar, like you don't notice you have a chipped tooth, but then when I get closer, it's almost like the chipped tooth. It even made it more beautiful because it's like it's unique. It's almost like a hot chick with a scar. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I like this. This is unique.
Yeah, it's almost like you got to buy a vowel or something.
Yeah, like one of the most beautiful women I've ever met besides her has no pinkies. And I was like, and she's a smoke show, but she's got no pinkies and she hides them. But you don't meet people that don't have pinkies.
Yeah,
and she doesn't have them. But she's gorgeous.
Wow, it's almost like a sloth almost.
Yes, she's...
Dude, I'll tell you this. First girl I ever kissed had a chipped tooth.
Yep.
And they made us kiss. We were in love, man. I don't know if we were in love, but we lived near each other.
Well, sometimes that's all it takes. That's what being in love was and being married was in ancient times. You just knew the people in your village.
Yeah.
That's why this whole concept of a soulmate, there's 9 billion people in this world and we're all connected through Mark Zuckerberg, the God.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole idea of a soulmate and a one and only, that's ancient tribe bullshit. This is not new world thinking because we're all connected, man. You knew about 15 people back in the day.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So with Jasmine, I walked up to her and I said, I can't stop like looking at you.
Wow.
I said, do you have a boyfriend?
You went full psychopath with the first time. I can't stop looking at you.
Yeah. I might have even whispered it.
Oh, man. You should have had somebody write it on your back with a marker and just pull your shirt up.
Yeah, I went full psycho. Wow. Because I was just so... And
that's love, brother. That's what I'm telling you. That's love, man.
Yeah. And I said to her, is there any way I could just buy you a drink? And she said, you could, but my boyfriend is here. So then I was like, whoa. Because I got a rule, man. If you got a boyfriend, I don't mess with that. Right. Or a husband, like I think that's bad karma. I would never want that. I don't mess with that. Like there's plenty of fish in the sea. But something about her, where I was like, I almost feel like it doesn't matter. Like I don't care that, like I almost have to be like, I don't care at all that you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I have to take a chance, even if this guy kills me, because I'm sure based off what you look like, you probably have like some Guido, like convict, murderer, Brooklyn Italian boyfriend, which I was right.
Volleyball playing too.
Yep.
My stepdad found out that some lady was getting married that he used to have a huge crush on. Mm-hmm. And he went over, he was at a bar or something that night. He found out she's got engaged. And he drove over to the house and went up on her porch like in the middle of the night.
Wow.
And said, look, I got all these feelings for you and blah, blah, blah. And she didn't care.
Right.
And while he was up there, somebody burned his car in the fucking street and set his car on fire. So he fucking was there, and literally his car is burning, which is a horrible look if you're trying to tell somebody like that you're the guy for them. You know, it's just like
in my car, and then you come back with a bicycle.
Yeah, you're not the guy.
Yeah, no way, dude.
You're not the guy.
How did your car set on fire?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I either he just left a cigarette in the dash or something had happened. You know.
Yeah. So, she says I got a boyfriend, and I said I won't be deterred, not on this one. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna have to stick around and fight this out. And for like an hour, I would kept drinking, and I was just like, you know what, man, like I gotta. And I know she was talking to the bartender, and so the bartender turned out to be one of her close friends, still is one of her close friends. And so I said to the bartender, I said, what is it gonna take for me? What is it gonna take for me to get your friend to like look at me and notice me? I was like, does she really have a boyfriend? And she was like, I can't answer that. And I was like, oh, so they're playing games.
Mystery.
She may not have a boyfriend.
What's it called?
Misdirect?
No, I think it's called like a turn of events.
A turn of events. So she says, I can't. I can't answer that. I said, well, what's it going to take? And she was like, she loves dancing. She was like, and she's Puerto Rican. Like, you got to come up with some type of.
Yeah, they love dancing.
Like you got to dance. Like, do you know how to do bachata? And I said, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
So I Googled bachata, and I told them, because she had the music, she's the bartender. I said, let me look at some shit.
Let me YouTube a couple of steps.
Let me YouTube some stuff. And so I said, and my boy was like, yo, dude, remember that scene in Along Came Polly when Ben Stiller started dancing Spanish? Yeah. And that's how he got his woman. So we watched that scene, and I played that song from that movie.
No.
Yes. So I played that song, and I'm like, I'm just going to come up to her and dance with her. And then,
God, bro, this is freaking getting good.
Yeah, dude. So she said, so the bartender was like, I'm going to play that song for you, and you come up with those dance moves.
No, were you scared?
Dude. Yeah, bro, I was mad nervous.
Did you go outside and warm up, or did you just warm up right?
I was drinking, so I was like having fun with it. I was like, whatever, dude, this is going to be great.
Yeah. And you got nothing to lose because you're sitting there drinking with an Irish man.
Yeah, dude, a couple of Irish men, actually. Yeah. So they play that song.
Nothing's further from them being happily married than sitting somewhere with two Irish dudes drinking, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That is the complete opposite of it.
Yeah. So, oh, dude, and two Irish men listening to the Mets games with the headphones on, like like they were watching the Mets game, like they were trying to get the Mets score.
Yeah.
And so I just did that. I did that dance, played that song. She kind of giggled, and she goes, that was a nice attempt. She goes, that was a nice attempt. And she goes, how about this? I'll tell you my name. So she tells me her name. And I was like, okay. And she goes, and then it almost was like it was a setup, but I swear to God, it wasn't. I had been on a show on MTV called Guy Code and Girl Code, which is relatively still popular at that time.
Yeah, I remember Jessime and the other
Carly and Andrew Schultz and all those guys and girls. So somebody came up to me and wanted a picture with me from that show, and then she was like, why do they want a picture with you? And I was like, oh, I'm on a show on MTV. And she was like, how old are you? I was like, 30. And she was like, and you still aren't watching MTV? And I was like, no, I'm not watching it. I'm just on the show.
Yeah. That's fine, man. You're not a bad guy. That's just a business choice.
I'm working.
Yeah, I'm working. She said that, the Puerto Rican girl?
Yeah, she said that to me. She was like, what do you want?
Right.
And so I said, I'm just
I don't think they trust a lot of television. Puerto Ricans are they're more real life.
Yes. Yeah. Like if I was working at a gas station or something like that, she'd be more like, this is my kind of guy.
Right.
But so she was like, okay. And then she said, what's the show? And I told her, and she goes, all right, maybe I'll look it up one day. And I was like, okay.
That could take forever, dude. She's so vague. Doesn't she know we only have a lifetime?
I know, dude. So then she goes, she was like fucking with me. So she goes, all right. She goes, look.
This. Hold on.
She goes, I'm leaving. She goes, I got to get home. She goes, I got to get home to my son.
Oh.
So when she said that.
Dropped the S-bomb, huh?
She dropped the S-bomb. So in my heart, I
got to get home to my chlamydia.
Yeah. I said, if you get, because already then I said, okay. I said, well, the first thing I said, is that, you have a son with your boyfriend? She goes, no. And I said, is the son's father around? I said, is he deceased? Yeah. And she was like, why would you want him to be deceased? I was like, I don't. I was just hoping that he was, so I could step in and be a stepdad. Like I just said that immediately. And she was like, you're like crazy. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, and she was like, he's still in the picture. I was like, okay. So, but when she said that to me, I already felt inferior to him. So I said to myself in my heart and head at that moment, I said, the first time I have sex with this woman, I'm not pulling out. I need to get her pregnant too to even the playing field. That's how nuts I was.
So you went full Puerto Rican.
And that's eventually what I did. FYI.
No way.
Yeah, dude. I met her in August of 2014. We conceived July of 2014. My daughter Delilah was conceived in August. I have a 6.5-year-old daughter.
2014?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
My daughter was born in May of 2015.
Wow.
So
you purposely impregnated her?
1,000%.
Wow.
Yeah, because I felt so inferior to this guy I didn't even know, and I was like, "This is the woman of my
You're
dreams.
like, I'm going to play hardball.
I need this."
He's got one on the board. I'm going to get one on the board.
I said, "Yeah," and now I got 2 on the board. Now I got a second kid, so now I'm like 2-1, motherfucker. So it's psychotic. This is how I live my life.
Yeah.
So I
kind of like this.
Yeah,
dude.
I went all in because everyone was like, "You're crazy," and I was like,
I feel like I'm going to Uber X with no brakes. Right
"Yeah,
now.
dude." I was like, "Yeah, maybe I am."
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that video, and you can watch another, and you can watch this one, you can watch this one. Different options, different choices. Some guy just brings you one option, not this guy. 2 options. Watch one, this one or this one.